To celebrate our 100 subscribers, Rotten Apple Gaming is having a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate giveaway. Details in the description below.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
Valkyria Chronicles 4 is a tactical role-playing game developed and published by Sega. It was released September 25, 2018 on the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One. The year EC 1935. The East European Imperial Alliance has declared war on all of Europa over the energy resource known as Ragnite. It falls upon the Atlantic Federation, the other European superpower, and its allies to stop the Empire in the Second European War. You take on the role of Claude Wallace, commander of the Edinburgh Army's Squad E, an elite infantry unit serving as the vanguard in the Federation's offensive, Operation Northern Cross. The Federation seeks to take the fight to the heart of the Empire and end the Imperial threat once and for all. The events in the story are told through Claude's journal, depicting the adventures of the squad. Among the members of Squad E are Claude's childhood friends, the self-proclaimed invincible Raz and the mysterious Kai, all of whom are from the town of Hafen, which the squad's tank is named after. The invasion of Claude's home country of Gallia bolsters morale within Squad E, making them that much more determined to make Operation Northern Cross a successful mission. Valkyria Chronicles 4 is a return to the tried and true formula that gamers familiar with the series have come to know and love. Valkyria Chronicles 4 is the love child of strategy-based RPGs and third-person shooters. The missions play out in a turn-based style, where you execute all of your actions in a turn. How many actions you take depend on your command points. Once you use up all your command points, the player phase ends, giving way to the enemy phase, where the AI moves in the same manner in which you control your squad. Command points can also be used to execute orders, abilities specific to Claude and only usable while he is on the battlefield. Orders offer a one-turn buff to your squad mates, such as a boost in attack or defense, resupplying ammo, or even an evacuation of your fallen troops. While moving your character across the field, they are open to interception fire from the enemy, provided that they are in range. Interception fire ceases while you are in target mode, giving you room to breathe while you aim. Troops are divided into different classes, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. The Scouts are your most mobile class, with the longest range of movement and peripheral vision for interception fire. The Shock Troopers are your muscle, sporting better armor than your Scouts and machine guns, making them ideal to defend camps or attack small groups of infantry units. The Lancers don't fare well against infantry units, but pack a menacing punch against enemy tanks and heavy gun emplacements. The Engineers are the support class, able to repair your tank, resupply ammo to any unit they walk by, and heal allies more effectively than any other unit. Introduced in Valkyria Chronicles 4 is the Grenadier, masters of indirect fire. They can use other squad mates' lines of sight to place mortar rounds on enemies from a far distance. A lot of the time I find myself not needing some classes entirely for certain missions, sometimes even adopting a strategy of stacking orders on one scout and sending them on a Hail Mary play to the enemy's base camp to capture it and end the mission. It feels like this style of play is encouraged by the game, as the raiding depends on speed rather than eliminating all of the enemies. Aside from classes, each squad member has potentials which have a set chance of activating in combat. Potentials are one way of how the game differentiates each squad member within each class, as some are explained by personality traits. These random buffs and debuffs can range from the extremely helpful to the utterly ridiculous. Enemy aces are special enemy characters denoted by having a specific name as opposed to just being named by their class. These aces are more likely to avoid your attacks and pose more of a threat than your average grunt. Killing these aces awards you with a special weapon specific to the ace's class at the end of the battle. Headquarters is the hub of the game, You will find yourself here after nearly every mission to level up your squad in the training field, buy new weapons and gear in the R&D facility, learn new orders in the mess hall, or customize your active roster in the command room. Checking back to headquarters will definitely keep you prepared for the ever-increasing difficulty each subsequent mission brings. Valkyria Chronicles 4 retains its hallmark visual style of watercoloring, painting a colorful picture of the Second European War. Where other war-based games keep their palettes to the drab side of the color spectrum, Valkyria Chronicles 4 uses bright hues to really make the battlefield and characters pop. The hand-drawn character models look stunning. Fans of previous Valkyria games will notice a good deal of reused enemy character models, one of the many assets reused for this entry. The visual cues of gunfire and moving machinery give the gameplay the feel of a comic book, which is a subtle staple of the series, but a welcome one nonetheless. At the helm of Valkyria Chronicle 4's musical score is veteran composer Hitoshi Sakimoto, renowned for his work in games like Tactics Ogre, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Final Fantasy XII. His grandiose style of composition fits in really well with the motif of the game, where the happenings of the battlefield contrast starkly with the visual style at times, but also evoke a sense of urgency when needed, such as boss battles and key moments in the story. While the soundtrack is quite enjoyable, it is unfortunate that a substantial portion of the game's score is reused from the original Valkyria Chronicles, most notably in the battle themes. The voice acting feels top-notch, and while there is a rather large cast of characters in your squad, there is quite a lot of variation in the voice work. Each squad member's personality is fleshed out in their voice, as there is not a lot of movement and body language outside of combat. While the clashing of anime-style drawing and watercoloring against a war setting feels great to experience, the times profanity is peppered in feels like the script is trying too hard to be edgy and just doesn't quite click at times. Without taking itself too seriously, Valkyria Chronicles 4 makes for a story that borders on cliché, but still managed to captivate me. The anime roots are evident, but it won't put off anyone who's averse to the art style. By going back to the playstyle that made the franchise great, Sega really showed that if it ain't broke, it doesn't need to be fixed. While it may have made the game a bit too similar to its predecessors, Valkyria Chronicles 4 strikes a healthy balance between innovation and fan service. I give Valkyria Chronicles 4 a B. From all of us here at Rotten Apple Gaming, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. Click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next video.